Hello, I hope you are well. In this video we will see what would happen if chlorine wasn't put in swimming pools. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is presented to you by Question Answer. I thank Brian Epstein, Jay Doe, Tony Price and Amy Kadori for sharing their views on this matter with us.
Assuming no other form of sanitation. Home pool. Let's figure a perfectly sterile, chlorinated pool, the ideal confined water environment. You stop adding chlorine for whatever reason, but everything else keeps going, filters and all that. Day 1. Depending on air temperature and how heavy the usage had been, in a home pool you wouldn't notice anything for a few days and the total chlorine would stay around 4 ppm. I like it high. You will still smell it and all that. That's because the available chlorine, that is the stuff that hasn't gotten locked up disinfecting something, is quickly being converted into the byproducts of chlorine sterilisation. It looks like you have more chlorine than you do. Some of the byproducts of chlorine water purification are truly nasty. Halogenated trihalomethanes, THMs, and haloacetic acids, HAAs, are two major classes of disinfection byproducts, DBPs. The jury is out on chlorine's carcinogenesis, but THMs in particular are really bad actors. I'm guessing this is why you stopped chlorination in the first place. That or you started adding up receipts. That perfect pool cost a lot. So anyway, your available chlorine falls below about 2 ppm in a week or two if it has been hot and the idiot neighbor has been bringing his kids over a lot, and you notice the pool is getting cloudy. Day 14. Congratulations, you now have chlorophyta, green algae. You could shock the pool right now and nobody will know how lazy you've been, but we're not doing chlorine. On the bright side, the neighbor kids have stopped coming over as often, so there is that. In a month, perhaps 6 weeks, free chlorine is 0, although you can still detect total chlorine, but it's low and it's done all it can do. The pool is so cloudy you can barely see what looks like pollen or sand or something in the shade around your stairs. Congratulations, sir. Your nature preserve now includes a healthy colony of xanthophytes, mustard algae. You can rest your mind, chlorine is no longer a factor in your life. 6 weeks. Your diatomaceous earth-based filtration system is starting to make really funny gurgling noises, and when it fires up it makes a loud bang and jumps about a foot in the air. It's cool, the guy said it was low maintenance and all. It's been 2 months. You can't see anything. It just looks like green milk, and what is that smell? You notice darker patches here and there and some pinkish stuff around the filter inlets and outlets. The water level has dropped because the fill outlets are plugged. 8 weeks. You, sir, yes you, have now successfully cultivated your very own cyanobacteria. You'll be relieved to know that not only isn't this algae, phew, but it makes its own food. It's been 12 weeks. The biome is completely self-sustaining. You now have the zero-maintenance aquatic environment everyone is searching for. Plus nobody has asked to use your pool for weeks. For sale, signs have started popping up around the neighborhood. 12 weeks. The defilter explodes, but the wall of slime that spills out of the canister puts the fire out and the cyanobacteria has sunk roots into the plaster anyway, so filtration is pretty moot at this point. That's good. Those things burn amps like crazy. You're going to want to bank the savings for your defense fund after someone from the Department of Health gets downwind and starts an investigation. Public pool. In a public pool, all kinds of bad stuff. It's no joke. Cryptosporidium, Giardia, norovirus, E. coli, the bad E. coli, 0157, H7. That's just the intestinal stuff. Then you have Legionella, ear stuff. Name it. Unsanitized public pools are a health crisis.
The next answer is from Jay Doe.
Algae would take over and you would end up with 25,000 to 40,000 gallons of some stuff that looks like old guacamole and smells like rotting fish with shit stirred into it. I'm not kidding. I've slid into it before right up to my mouth. And there's tiny red worms that are really wiggly in it. Oh yeah, the smell doesn't wash right off either. I've spent years emptying pools of this stuff. It gets too thick to be pumped out with a big trash pump. So next step is 5-gallon buckets and a couple guys that are patient and stupid enough to bucket out a pool full of smelly green slime with red worms. I'm retired now, thank God. So if you have a pool, chlorine is your friend.
We continue with Tony Price's answer.
I have been in pools without chlorine. The purifying process is via ozone or UV, but that is more expensive to operate and install. But if I swim in indoor pools which are heavily chlorinated, I sneeze for hours afterwards, so it stopped me swimming. The alternative method seems to work just as well, and for me it's great. Water quality has to be tested regularly in our public pools, so it's as safe as possible. The water is continuously filtered as well in both systems. Some of the mineral pools in the geothermal areas are not treated, but putting your head under the surface risks you getting amoebic meningitis, so care is required while enjoying the relaxing soak. Some of the pools are too hot to even make you want to duck your head in.
What do you think? We will continue with Amy Kadori's answer.
Have no photos but CN tell you in words because I did it in my hot tub. Basically, I ruined the motor of the hot tub, which ruined the pool, and we had to remove it from the ground and out a new one. That, of course, used chlorine. My most expensive mistake ever. Yes, we hate excess chemicals, but this is not one you can let go. Use the damn chlorine or bromine.
The video is over. Thank you for staying until the end. If you found the answer you were looking for, please leave a like and subscribe, it would help us a lot. The video is over, you can continue discussing this question in the comments, or find another question that interests you. See you next time.